Hi guys, it's Jasmine from StudyQuill. Today, the Agendio that I ordered just came in, and while we watch me unwrap it, I'm going to explain what exactly an Agendio is. So Agendio.com is a website where you can make really nice customizable planners and agendas, and also refills for planner systems like a Filofax or a traveler's journal. And I got a small one, which is about the size of my current planner, and I plan to use it to replace my bullet journal, because now that school started, and I have a lot of activities to do, it's kind of taking an unreasonable amount of time to draw all of my different layouts for my bullet journal. I chose layouts that looked as close as I could get them to my old bullet journal spreads, but you can customize them in a lot of different ways if you choose to get one too. I wanted to switch to a pre-printed planner, because as I mentioned before, it'll save more time because I don't have to write everything out, and it will be easier to plan farther into the future. The Agendio site to build these planners is really clean and it's really easy to use. The whole thing is pretty much customizable. Like the layouts, which I mentioned before, you can also choose the cover color, the colors on the inside, you can add elastics, page markers, detachable corners, extra pages in the back, pretty much anything you can think of. And I'm not sponsored by this company or anything. This is just what showed up when I googled customizable planners. So I flipped through a few pages for some first impressions. And the thing I noticed most was that the paper felt really high quality. All of the colors and layouts and designs look just like I intended them to. And there's a few little extra pages like yearly layouts and lined pages that are really nice. I'm going to be doing a little more of a detailed review. So this front page, it has like the brand. They have a cute little slogan, which is follow your own agenda. That's pretty nice. But I kind of wish it didn't say like the model number and all the copyright info and like the product number here. I don't know. Maybe it's necessary. But anyways, so first they have a calendar overview of all the months that are in this planner, which are September of this year to August next year. And there's like a blank lined paper here. Pretty nice. So this is the monthly spread that I customized on their website. So I have a little to-do list here, and I really like how you can choose the line height because I write really small, so it's really helpful to make the lines smaller as well. And you can also choose like floaters, what they call, to put in these boxes here that are empty where there are no days. And I chose to put a small calendar of the next month and a few boxes for goals of the month. And there's a shaded box right here. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but I'm not really sure what I'm going to put in there. So this is the weekly layout that I made. And so these are obviously all the boxes for the days where I can write things I have to do for the day. And I wanted it to look like my bullet journal because that's what I want it to replace. So this is normally the kind of layout I do in my bullet journal. This is a blank box. I'll probably put like a motivational quote or some pretty picture or something in there, just, to make it cute. These are two calendars for the current month and the next month. These are boxes for things I want to do during this week. And I got to customize all the headers and like how big each box was and all the line heights and everything, which was really nice. I love that feature of this planner. So these are more weekly spreads. And I chose the kind of weekly spread where the monthly spreads were in between each week. So this is the October month, and this is when October, like the weekly spreads start. So the next pages are, more weekly and monthly spreads. They all look pretty much the same except the numbers. There's a couple like month things with empty spaces. I'm not sure why these months are bigger than these months. And I don't think I'm going to be really using this because I have like the monthly spreads and the yearly overview that's in the very front. So I think I'll use this sheet to test how pens react with the paper and whether they bleed through. And here's just some like lined paper, I guess. I'm not sure why it's there, but it's nice to have it. And these are dot grid pages that I chose to be added to the end of it because I want to use some of my bullet journal spreads, but they won't work in these kind of formatted pages, so I just chose some blank dot grid pages. So besides the layout, I also wanted to review the paper quality and the binding. So the paper feels really smooth and nice, but I think it'll be fine to write on actually. Because some glossy papers are hard to write on, but this doesn't feel glossy, it feels smooth. Also, I don't know if you can see it, but everything was printed with dots instead of crisp lines like text usually is. The dots are really small, but if you look closely, it's not as crisp as most printed documents are. The binding is a spiral binding, and it's just a normal spiral binding, obviously. It makes kind of an annoying squeaky noise when you turn the pages, but I'll live. But one thing that's really annoying is that when you close the cover, it doesn't close all the way, as you can see. It's kind of like partially open, and that's really annoying, which kind of makes me wish I chose to buy the elastic band that goes around it. The cover feels really smooth and nice. It's like fake leather, I think. It feels really smooth, which I already said many times, but I just really like the texture of the cover, and this little logo and the name, it's engraved on, and it would be nice if you could customize the cover to not have this, but it still looks really sleek and nice. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to be using these weird calendar pages to test out different pens. So I'm going to start off with the Tombow ABT dual brush pen. So that was really quick and sloppy, and I know brush pen isn't one word, but I messed up and had to make do. So, let's see. It barely bleeds through at all, which is really nice. Because this paper isn't that thick, but it's good quality, so it didn't really bleed through. So next I'm going to test a Pentel Energel gel pen, which is the pen I use most often. This one, pretty much you can't see it. It's a little bit of ghosting, I don't know if you can tell, but not enough that it'll bother me. So I'm going to test a few random colors of zebra mild liners. And these barely bleed through at all either, which is really nice. Normally on binder paper, it'll bleed through completely and I can see everything from the opposite side. But this paper isn't much thicker and it's much better, so it doesn't show through at all. That's really handy because on my bullet journal, I used a Leuchtturm 1917 and it ghosted through a lot more than this paper. I really like this planner so far. And I can post more videos later showing how I'll use it if you'd be interested. Overall, I would definitely recommend this planner if you're looking for a custom one. There are a few flaws, but it's completely customizable and really well made. Mine was about $50, including the extra pages and shipping, which isn't that much compared to some custom planners like the Erin Condren planner. However, if you just want a normal planner and you aren't too picky about the layout, you should probably look somewhere else for a cheaper one. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in an Agendio planner, you can find more information in the description box. I post new videos every Monday, and you can also check out my blog. See you next week.